NeumanPro does the Yu-Gi-Oh! Show.
Hey there guys, this is NeumanPro and I need some breakers of balls.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. I 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 need it!
Just saw the newest announcement for the next card that's being included in essentially what I'm calling breakers of balls at this point. I got no other words for this. This set is introducing so many new cards. We're going to be running into Dino Mist. We're going to get some new super heavy Sam support. We're going to get ninjas. We're getting a couple extra Magispector cards. Just got to look at a few other things here that just to kind of scroll through. We're getting the Goyo cards. We're getting another high speed. We're getting the Buster Blader cards, which essentially this set is named after, in my opinion. But I'm calling it breakers of balls. I'll go with that. That's the popular term that's trending now. But I had to jump right on here. Number one, Cyber Dragon Infinity. To see Cyber Dragon Infinity get itself into the TCG is going to be just absolutely fun. You're not going to hate that thing. Well, you can hate it. You can hate it all you want. But it's going to completely change the game at that point because it's going to switch things around so much. You're going to have to set up to deal with it. And the way the meta is now, I think that you could get around it. But once Breakers of Balls comes out, I think that's completely going to change. I mean, we're looking at it right now, and you have no idea how these decks are going to really run. And once you throw Cyber Dragon Infinity into the mix, maybe it'll become kick-ass here in the TCG. But until that time, just to kind of refresh on Cyber Dragon Infinity's effect, requires 3 level 6 Light Machine type monsters. You can also Xyz summon using Cyber Dragon Infinity by using Cyber Dragon Nova, which came in the structure deck. So I'm surprised that the structure decks have not gone up in price. You can still get the structure deck for about $12, though people are trying to sell Nova himself for like $7. I would recommend if you can get the structure deck, go out and just get the structure deck yourself. It also, because there's a lot of other reprints in there that are going to be, you know, fun to have and useful. I mean, who doesn't love having more Cyber Dragon stuff? Run a true Cyber Dragon deck, but the main decks that are going to use this is going to all be the rank 4 spam stuff because of Ptolemaeus. Ptolemaeus is effect. It allows you then to go right into Nova, and then right there you can go right into Cyber Dragon Infinity. And so the rest of his effect is essentially, I'm going to negate you from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! This card gains 200 for each Xyz monster attached to it, so it already gains 400 having her Infinity with 2 Xyz attached to it. Once per turn, you can target one card on the face-up attack position. Once per turn, you can target one other face-up attack position card on the field and attach it to the card. It's 101 snatch effect that you can just use, that you don't cost anything for. So you're not having to, like 101, ditch the two monsters that you got, overlays you got for them. The overlay network, as the anime would say. You don't have to go ahead and ditch those two to bring them under you. No, just once per turn, just slide them on under. That's pretty cut clear. I'd go into that over 101 any day. It does take a lot out of the extra deck, though, but his effect is just too strong on that. And then once per turn, you can detach, during either player's turn, when a card effect is activated, detach one material from this card and negate the activation if you do destroy it. So essentially, it's got it's got a, I always think of Salt Mode Stardust, because that's the one I remember years ago being the fun one where you could essentially just negate anything. He's off the field, though. In this case, Cyber Dragon Infinity just sits there. Detach, and then the next turn, if your opponent's stupid enough to have an attack position monster, there you go. Take him then too. So Cyber Dragon Infinity is going to make a huge change to the game. A lot of people are going to go into that play when they need to essentially pull off 101. They're going to go into Cyber Dragon Infinity. But you better get your Ptolemaeus now and pick up that structure deck like I have. Already got a playset of the structure deck, so I got playsets of Novas. They're still sealed, so I don't have them right now. But next card, big card, essentially taking Divine Wrath and Blackhorn, even a better than Blackhorn after you've seen that errata. Now you can only win one monster is summoned, exactly one monster. How often does that happen nowadays? Especially if we're going into the Pendulum series, we're giving out the Dino Mist cards here. You're gonna go into, and the Magispectors, it's gonna be all Pendulum stuff. How many people are gonna summon one monster from their extra deck on that Pendulum summon? Not many. So what's gonna happen with this card? It only costs 1,500. Well, Solemn Warning, Solemn Judgment, 2,000 for Solemn Warning's effect. Judgment, if it ever came off, I mean, it's sure the 4,000 life points could be a huge hit for you on one card, but I wouldn't activate that early on in the game. I'd be activating that when I'm down to 2,000 or something like that. 1,000 life points, no big deal at that point of the game. But yeah, as I mentioned, essentially when a monster's special summoned or a monster's effect activated, pay 15, negate the summoner activation, and then destroy the card. No problem there. Next up, Nepta Abyss, the Atlantean Prince. This one is going to be huge for maybe the Mermails make a comeback here. I definitely think that Torrential Reborn will be a trap card I'd like to see played in that again. Just pulled this secret out of one of my Tachyon packs that I had lying around. So that would be pretty fun to see that one get run in a Mermail deck. But essentially what Nepta Abyss, the Atlantean Prince, does, you can send one Atlantean monster from your deck to the graveyard, except Abyss, Atlantean Prince. Add one Atlantean from your deck to your hand, except Abyss, except Atlantean Prince. If this card is sent to the grave to activate a water monster's effect, target one Atlantean monster in your graveyard, except Atlantean Prince. Special summon it. You can only use each effect of Atlantean Prince once per turn. It's just like Unizombie for me. You can use each effect once per turn. So, yeah, let's use both effects. Ain't gonna hurt you there. So that one's not the biggest deal. As the newest thing that I saw that I had to jump on and talk about here, Traptrix Rafflesia. I've wanted this fun card to get here as soon as possible. I thought it was going to take all the way till the end of 2016, but it's coming out in Breaker Bowls. So what does this one do? This is going to be, I think this is going to be the next Gaga Cowboy, or the next 101, the next tech card that's going to be in everybody's extra deck. Essentially what it is it's a 2 level 4 rank spam monster. Unaffected by trap effects while it has material. Traptrix monsters you control, except Rafflesia, I gotta get used to saying the name again, cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects and cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. So if you just gotta protect her from spells and stuff like that, get safe zone out there or something. Just protect her. Get her essentially into a state where she can't be destroyed. And you could be in a pretty good state. Just sit on Traptrix monsters the whole time. And that would be fun to make a real true Traptrix deck again. I'd like to do that. But back to where we were. Once per turn during either player's turn when the activation timing of a whole normal trap card in your deck is correct, you can detach one material from this card and send an appropriate whole normal trap card from your deck to the graveyard. Apply this effect as the sent trap card's effect. You have to know that that trap card is in your deck so that you can search it out to send it to the graveyard. Pretty much everyone's going to be running Bottomless. That is a Bottomless on the field if you haven't already set it. And even if you have set it, you now can bluff your opponent into thinking, okay, I don't want to do it because he could just go ahead and use Bottomless Trap Hole out of his deck. Or any of the other Traptrix Trap Hole stuff. I don't know what else you could really say about this card then in that case. All you have to do is detach one material. It uses 2, so you'll still have a material on there to protect the rest of your Traptrix monsters. I love this card. I love the design too. Don't you dare tell me that those are all boys on that card. No, it has been confirmed. All the Traptrix monsters are just like chipified, lollified girls. Don't you dare tell me that those are boys. Ever. In conclusion, Breakers of Balls. I need